And, of course, this is Tuttle's time. What'll Tuttle say?
You know, it's funny. It seems a little, I don't know. It's not disingenuous. A little, we got to lighten the mood here. So I'm going to go really light, after talking about 9/11 there. But
Make me smile.
There you go. My brother, Jeff, shout out to him, sent me a text message saying, here's one for the Bleacher Blums mailbag. And I told him, I won't read it. You have to submit it through our bleacherblums.com website.
There's certain protocols.
Or our Bleacher Blums Instagram. So I refuse to, no. I didn't say that. But his text message is like, hey, I got something for you. He goes, the things that I rant on, right? Shopping carts in the parking lot, things like that. So this is another one. My brother lives up near San Francisco, so he'll see this more than most. But if you live in New York City, San Francisco, any big city, you can attest to this. But he wanted to know what benefit comes from whacking the crosswalk button like 75,000 times before you cross. And I thought, now we know that Tuttles think alike, right? Because that's something that's crossed my mind before too. And it's usually, it is funny. It made me think about it. So he sent this to me a couple of weeks ago, and I happened to be walking somewhere recently, and there was this like 18-year-old kid, and he was like, he's just like whacking, and you want to go, hey, look. The light's green, and we know it's green that way. When that light goes red, it will give us that little walking man. It might even beep, and it might say, walk, walk, walk. But it's not coming any faster the more you push it. So, what more appropriate thing to say in What'll Tuttle Say segment than, like, what are we doing, people? Like, hitting that button 75,000 times before you cross is not going to help it go any faster. I've actually tested myself. It maybe makes us feel better, and your OCD gets in there. Just push it once. Just push it once. We're going to do our own little study. Push it once, then have somebody else push it 75,000 times, and then see. No. It's hard. It's difficult to push it once.
The one push never works. There's no way you can just push it once. There's no way.
Hey, we're going to do our own study here. But anyway, folks, I would suggest that...
do it.
Yeah. Don't do it again. Don't push it again. So here you go.
Dude, it's so true though, man.
I got this.
And how about in the elevator too?
So
like you know what? In the elevator, the door, you know what the biggest farce in the world is? The biggest lie to anybody who's ever been in an elevator is the door close button. That thing doesn't work. That thing never works.
No. Yeah, they put it there because they know people are wacky and crazy, and the psychology gets to them. So, and that does translate. So the crosswalk one translate. Producer Mark just sent me a note saying there are rumors that the actual walk buttons are not connected to anything, which that's funny, right? That would be really funny. Yeah, what? Well, think about it. So you've been in New York City plenty of times. In New York City, they don't have buttons. Like, when I walked 20 blocks in New York City, and you can keep walking all the time. You either walk this way with the traffic, or you go cross. You're like, I'm going to cross and then keep going down. So you can always zigzag and go. But there's no buttons in New York City. When the light goes green, the walk sign goes. When the light goes red, the don't walk sign comes up. Yeah, they're in most big cities, there aren't even buttons because they know there's so many pedestrians. It just goes every time. But the not connected to something, now we're getting somewhere.
That's messed up. That's messed up, man. Somebody needs to be written up, taken to court. That's messed up. Just cut. What? There's nothing connect. It's just a stupid button that just, hey, let's go up there and touch the button 1,000 times, and it won't do anything.
All right, here it is. We got facts. In New York City, only about 100 of the 1,000 crosswalk buttons actually function. Confirmed a spokesperson from. This is great. My brother will appreciate this. Confirmed a spokesperson from the city's Department of Transportation in an email. Other cities such as Boston, Dallas, and Seattle have gone through a similar process, leaving them with their own placebo pedestrian buttons. I love that they even call it placebo, and my mind is blown. Like, I must say, I'm not a 1,000 button pusher. I'm not a 1,000 button pusher, but I did think they were connected to something. So now I've got to do this. I got to stand there with my arms under my hands, be like, don't push it, don't touch it, don't touch it.
Because it's worthless.
It's worthless.
We've been lied to.
Yeah, well, hey. So you learned something in What'll Tuttle Say, and I will give, again, a shout-out to my brother for pointing it out. I don't know why, especially now with the new information that we have coming forward, you don't even have to push it once. So 75,000 times before you actually are there for is really wasting your time.
But what if you were at one of the 100 that work?
Yeah, there you go. That's the seed you got to plant. Yeah. No, I know 900 of them don't work, but hey, this is one of the ones that works. I'm going to push it.
Guys, I know this intersection real well. I got this button.
That's right. I got it. Let me push it.
What a joke. What a joke. We've been living a lie.
The nice thing about...
There needs to be like secret cameras at like every single one of these things, recording everybody going, trying to get that thing to go.
Candid camera. You know what's nice, though, is I'm actually, with COVID and everything, I'm not really a button pusher. Maybe I'll hit it with my elbow on the elevator or something like that. But the way this works is if you're with other people, 2 or 3 other people, you're guaranteed to be with someone that's a button pusher. So I'm always like, I'll just walk on an elevator and stand there, and then someone gets on there like, dun, dun, dun. I'm like, great, I'm gonna let them, hey, can you get button number 3 for me? Thank you. Like, I just don't, I don't have to push any buttons. Walk up to a corner with 10 other people, there's going to be someone already on the button giving it the
freaking out on it.
Yeah. So hey, so that's What'll Tuttle Say. Hope you guys appreciate that. Thanks, producer Mark, for the statistics. Now maybe you guys can all back off on the button pushing, since we know it's a placebo anyway. Blummer, what do you got? You got a blast to take us out of here or what?
Yeah, I'm tired of getting old. Excuse me, as I clear my throat because I've been talking too much. And I don't have a... Yeah, we've got me coughing, you chewing protein bars on this show already. That's great. But I don't have a cough button on this. Well, I actually do. I could actually hit the mute button, so I lied. But I'm tired of getting old, and I get so many reminders these days of how old I'm actually getting. It'll be a day where I wake up and I can't read anything.
You just need longer arms. It'll be another moment
where I could. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like the phone just increasingly gets further away, and I'm refusing to be the guy who turns his text like into the the magnified big, because I'm paranoid somebody's going to be reading over my shoulder or something. I don't know. So that's happening. I wake up every day and I'm going, why in God's name is my left knee hurt after I did literally nothing yesterday? Why does my back hurt? So if I sleep wrong, my neck is a wreck for the next week. There are certain things that remind me on a daily basis. So this past week, my wife went to Costco and got the caramel corn and cheddar popcorn bag that's mixed together. And I have found out in the last week that I have to stop myself from eating popcorn now, because I eat popcorn and I swear to every freaking kernel gets stuck in between my teeth now. I have gaps in my teeth that could probably hold, half a hamburger in there that I don't know about. And I have never flossed so much in my life than I have in the last week, because I refuse to give up. But I think I've finally hit my breaking point where I'm like, I can't eat no more popcorn, man. I will eat the popcorn. I will floss for a good 10 minutes. And I swear to you, half of what I ate is coming out of my face through the floss. And
it's a good diet.
Oh my gosh, dude. So I'm tired of getting old. I don't know what's going on. I have very good teeth, but I don't know, like where is all this popcorn hiding, and why is it getting stuck in my teeth? But I am now tired of getting old because I cannot eat popcorn without having it lodged in between my teeth on a nightly basis. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, like I said, that sounds like a great diet. You eat, honey, did you eat the whole bag of popcorn? Yes, I did. But guess what? Only half of it made it to my stomach, because the rest of it is in my teeth, and I flossed it out. So it's the best diet you've probably ever been on. Blummer, the eating thing is not as dire for me. I don't know. I just don't eat popcorn. But raspberries get stuck in my teeth. Always eat a handful of raspberries, and you're guaranteed to have like 3 or 4 seeds in. But But the getting
2
old
hours
thing,
later, you're like, what is that?
Yeah. I don't think you broke the internet by saying getting old sucks, but I mean, I think people realize that. But I think I've told the story before, but it, bears repeating, in that when I got to be middle 40s, I went to the doctor and my vision was like 2015 still, which, athletes tend to, whether it be like eye-hand coordination or whatever, I've always had good vision. So I was like, yeah, this is great. And at 46, 47, I went in there and I'm like, yeah, I get up in the morning and I can't see anything that's 2 feet from my face, like nothing, like blurry, whatever. And then at night, same thing. I don't have any You know, I didn't have a glass of wine, didn't have a beer. And I'm like, I can't see anything. And the doctor goes, welcome to old age, my friend. And I'm like, oh, you mean this is normal?
Did you have to say it like that?
God, like,
yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Doc.
Doc.
My feelings were hurt. I'm like, but I still have 20/15 vision, don't I? Yeah, well, great. You can see over there, but can you read your iPad in the morning? No, I cannot.
Nope.
Can you read your phone? No. But this is also stubborn athletes because, you know, you can see I have notes on here, but the font on I'm not going any bigger than that font. There's no way. I don't want people reading over my shoulders.
Read that or hold it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to keep, I don't want to, like, 3 words on a page. You get an article and you're like, is this a 75-page article? No. It was a 4-page article, but you have the font so big that it's now a 75-page article. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I just got to, my finger gets tired, like, flipping through the pages. You're like, all right. But, hey, we're old athletes, stubborn. As you said, I'm your old buddy. Old is the operative word, so.
Yeah.
I think that's going to do it.
So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get notified when we post new videos.